Holonauts, happy Monday. Hope everybody is well. Still in the hotel room. I cannot wait to go back. Joy's driving me bonkers that I don't have the technology. I'm going to buy some technology that I can use with me whilst I'm actually traveling. Using my phone just really isn't good enough. The technology still isn't good enough for these hotel rooms. The Wi-Fi isn't powerful enough. Hence why I'm bringing you this recorded message. So this is Johnny Stang of the past from like maybe an hour ago. Hope everybody is well. So tonight I've been invited out for dinner with my work colleagues. So I thought, look, I can't really turn down the offer. It's very, very rare that I get out for something like this. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. Hopefully I can get onto the live afterwards, depending on what time we get finished. But of course, I'm going to be in the live chat. So whilst we are seeing HOT just carry on a bit of a consolidation phase, we had a bit of a scary moment earlier on, a drop of 3%. Nothing really to be concerned of, because if you looked at the relative strength index, you will notice that it was just trying to correct its relative strength index. It wasn't just HOT that had this correction. It also happened with a Bitcoin. Rest my arm on that cup. That's so much better. To resting my arm on this freaking cup. I can't even see it. This cup, I'm going to rest my arm on it, so that my arm just doesn't go dead. But the update that I wanted to bring you today, and I will bring it up. Here we go. So there is two websites to have a look at. The first one is this one, and I've talked to you briefly about it on the live chat. What is Terra Luna, and should you buy it? So this cryptocurrency has massively caught my eye, and I put some trades in today because of its future. I mean, the future of Terra and Luna seriously is starting to blow my mind. Gives you an addition to your portfolio. I am not telling you to go out and buy it. This is just my research and the reason why I have made a purchase of some Luna. So as a company, the best way to think of Terra is a fully digital, decentralized financial institution. It has its own kind of central reserve. Its customers can earn interest on their assets, spend them through a payment system, and even invest in synthetic stocks. And the token Terra Luna underpins much of what the company does. So what is it? The Luna is a governance and staking token that fuels the whole Terra network. It supports Terra's stable coins, which we'll come to. It does have a few stable coins, and this is what is getting me so excited. When you think about DeFi and the future and the way DeFi is going, this is what really grabbed my attention. So it was co-founded by Danielson and Do Kwon from South Korea, I believe they are from. So Terra has a whole of stable coins, including what will be probably the most popular, UST, and then EUT, Canadian CAT, and Japanese JPY. Stablecoins are digital currencies that are pegged to conventional assets like US dollar or gold. They've soared in popularity because they give the benefits of cryptocurrency: fast, cheap, and easy transactions. Just to give you the science behind Terra or Luna, Ethereum does something like 15 transactions a second. This will do 10,000 transactions a second. However, as we see, regulators have them in their crosshairs because these coins are starting to operate like unregulated banks. So they are soaring in popularity. They are fast, cheap, and easy transactions without the price volatility. But regulators have them in their crosshairs because these coins are starting to operate like unregulated banks, which is interesting. All right, it brings attention to Terra Luna. People are going to want to understand what these stable coins are. If you've been following the news on Tether USDT, the biggest stablecoin by market cap. You'll know that at one point in 2019, the coin didn't have enough reserves to support itself. That matters because if everybody tried to cash in their USDT, there wouldn't have been enough money for them to do so. Tether is what's called an off-chain centralized stablecoin, which means it should be backed by non-cryptocurrency banks deposits. Terra's coin works differently. They are called algorithmic stablecoins and are backed by the Luna token. This is where it gets really exciting. So without getting too technical, algorithmic stablecoins use a central bank or pool of tokens controlled by smart contracts. Read up about smart contracts and the future of smart contracts. They are small pieces of code embedded on the blockchain. So to maintain the price, for example, if the price of UST rises above $1, the algorithm would use Luna to mint more UST and reduce the price of UST, but they have to burn Luna in order to mint more UST. If the price was to fall, it would swap the UST for Luna. So the Luna would be re-minted. Do you see where I'm going with this? The fact that a lot of people are going to be investing more in stable coins in the future, i.e. UST, which is going to cause Luna's minting process or Luna's price to be Luna's coins to be burnt during the minting process of UST. Luna is fundamental to keeping Terra's stablecoin steady, and token holders can stake their coin so they're rewarded for absorbing the volatility. Token holders receive a percentage of the transaction fees from the Terra payment network. Should you buy it? There's data in here or information as to should you buy it. And it says here, often when we talk about cryptocurrencies, we're talking about how they might solve a problem or what the technology could do once it overcomes certain roadblocks. In this case, Terra is already working. Its child payment system has 2 million users, and according to Terra's website, it processes $1 billion in transactions each year. A report from RBF Capital suggests that Terra stablecoins could achieve 20% market share by 2025. With an experienced leadership team, a clear white paper, and several big backers, Terra has got a lot going for it. It can also communicate with several different blockchains and is programmable ecosystem in its own right. All of which is probably why Luna's price has risen over 2,000% since the start of this year. However, it isn't all smooth sailing. Here are a couple of areas to watch out for. Govi coins, various governments around the world are considering launching their own digital currencies, which was seen before. UK looking at one, China are looking at one. So we do have to look at that fact. Do your research on gov coins. Those pretty important. But I still think cryptocurrency, in my opinion, is going to take over these because they are already doing it. Increased regulation, as we know. So again, do your research on increased regulation before you decide to make a purchase. And scaling internationally. One of the final challenge for Terra will be scaling significantly beyond the borders of South Korea. It has already expanded its network to Singapore and plans to expand even further. But there's still work to be done in this regard. So, pros and cons. Bottom line, Luna's performed incredibly well this year and may continue to go from strength to strength, but all cryptocurrencies are risky, as we know, and there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding the outlook for stable coins right now. Make sure you understand how that environment might unfold before you invest. This is new for most of you, trying to understand it. Okay, so the next news, which got me really excited about Luna. So you've got to remember this date, the 5th of September, because Luna is going to get a upgrade of the Columbus 5. The best altcoin's about to get a giant upgrade. So Those looking for the next altcoin to rocket to the moon, look no further, because you've already heard about Luna. If you haven't, now's your chance to become educated. Yes, because a huge upgrade is about to be made, which will make the ante for the whole Terra ecosystem. There's a lot of noise surrounding this upgrade, so let's take a look about what it all means. Unless you are a die-hard hashtag lunatic, love it, you probably have not heard of the big upgrade that is in store for the Terra ecosystem. Even if you stay up to date with Terra news like me, you are probably at least confused about the significance of the changes coming to the mainnet. I'm talking about the Columbus 5 upgrade mainnet. In this article, we will break down what Terra is for beginners, what the upgrade means for the ecosystem, and what other implementations are on their way to the protocol as a result. Columbus 5 will be the biggest launch for the terrain community yet, so it's best to understand exactly what is happening. After reading, hopefully you have a better grasp of what to expect following the Columbus 5 update, so let's jump in. First, so we know a little bit now about Terra, but we will start with a little overview for us newbies, including myself. Terra Money is a protocol that serves as an alternative decentralized system. Its three main pillars being products, apps in which a user can save, invest, and spend. To put it simply, Terra is flipping the traditional financial system on its head with high rate savings yields, synthetic and decentralized stock assets, and real world use case. The protocol is well on its way to reaching mass adoption. What we told you about going from physical to virtual, like we discussed in yesterday's live. Luna is Terra's native coin. Just as Ethereum has Ether, Terra has Luna. Everything in the ecosystem revolves around Luna. It is an altcoin with the most potential on the market by a long shot. Because of its killer tokenomics, there is not another coin that can compete, and the best part is Luna's tokenomics are about to become even more simplified. Why? Well, let's go into details of the long-awaited upgrade, Columbus 5, which is coming on the 5th of September 2021. Columbus 5 is a highly anticipated mainnet upgrade of the Terra ecosystem. It is preparing to be one of the most important upgrades of the Terra blockchain to date. This is because it will simplify the system's tokenomics and make everything operate much more smoothly, as well as allowing integration never before imagined. In layman's terms, Col 5 is a game changer. What are the four key changes between Columbus 5 and Columbus 4? To understand Luna's tokenomics, one must try to understand how the entire ecosystem flows. This is where we'll see biggest difference between Col 5 and Col 4. One of the most controversial features of Columbus 5, it'll execute the proposal to burn all seigniorage, including a sizable sum of Luna from the overfunded community pool. This will ultimately make the Luna to UST swap much more efficient. This was voted upon by governance and passed. It'll also give swap fees to Luna stakers. This means staking rewards for lunatics will grow as the ecosystem evolves. Those rewards will scale accordingly. In addition to that, it'll provide support for interchain assets, Cosmos, Polkadot, Solana, which is critical in expanding user adoption and increases use case. We'll get more into this interchain implementation below. That is a bridging team. Oh my gosh. But how close are we to seeing this upgrade? 5th of September. That is how close we are now. We know this. So we can skip this part. So how does it impact the Terra ecosystem? There are so many ways Columbus 5 will impact Terra's ecosystem. For starters, Columbus 5 means that Luna will burn at unprecedented rates, amongst others for this. So because Terra's stablecoin UST will become the de facto stablecoin for the Cosmos ecosystem. When Luna burns, the remaining coins will become more valuable. Mars Protocol will become the go-to native asset money market for point-of-sale chains. It will also allow borrowers to provide ETH, SOL, etc. So that's the bridge as collateral to borrow against. Imagine what happens when all those traders earn 4 to 8% elsewhere, can deposit collateral and borrow for 140% back. Then they can turn around and deposit ETH Anchor for 15%. It's hard to imagine this won't bring more transactions to the ecosystem. More adoption means more UST. More UST, as I said, means more Luna burning. It's hard to tell how much impact Columbus 5 will be to the Terra ecosystem. Let's just say this, it will open endless potential and bring many more users to Terra. One of the most advantageous things about upgrading to the mainnet of Terra is the fact that it will open the floodgates for the integration of hundreds, if not thousands, of other protocols and dApps. There are already a number of implementation announcements resulting directly from the upgrade to Columbus 5. Perhaps two most anticipated implementations, but not limited to, are IBC. One of the biggest advantages of upgrading to Columbus 5 is the integrating capabilities of the inter-blockchain communication protocol. The inter-blockchain communication protocol dubs itself as the Internet of Blockchains, or from the Cosmos themselves. Cosmos is an ever-expanding ecosystem of interconnected apps and services built for the decentralized future. The introduction of IBC for the Cosmos ecosystem is huge news to Terrans. When you start to look at what is in store for IBC, you will begin to realize how relevant this actually is. With more than 250 apps and services already integrated into the Cosmos, it's a huge boost in Terra's use case. It has the potential to basically be an open economy. The best feature of an open economy, and what I'm personally most excited about, is interchain accounts and staking. That's not all. Cosmos anticipates the gravity bridge that will be most secure, efficient, and decentralized cross-chain bridge to Ethereum. Don't forget Solana's in there as well, and Binance smart contracts. The integration of IBC will all be made possible because of the upgrade to Columbus 5 on the mainnet. Ozone, the greatly desired missing ingredient for a high-yielding savings account, insurance. Ozone Protocol is a Terra product that works to provide all terrains with a peace of mind. This protocol will create levered assurance in case of technical failure risks in the Terra DeFi ecosystem. There will be three parts of this protocol: insurer, insuree, and dollar Oz staker. The dollar Oz coin will be Ozone's own. Do Kwon explains how the coin will protect the protocol from being over leveraged, so you never have to worry about it. When Ozone is over leveraged, the system calibrates itself so it target leverage ratio by increasing the emission of the dollar Oz governance token to insurers. No, the bootstrap Ozone initially, the UST community call will be used. Many look at insurance as the missing catalyst to mass adoption, because the Ozone not only is your high earning savings account protected, but all of your assets in the Terra ecosystem will also be insured. That's massive. IBC and Ozone are just a few of the key implementations spanning from Columbus 5, but is in no way the only additions we'll see. So in conclusion, Terra Protocol is onto something big with the upgrade to Columbus 5 on its mainnet. We could see major waves with its introduction and the integration of several key implementations across the ecosystem. With UST already being a top 5 stablecoin, we should see Col5 drive much higher market value. After that, the sky is no longer the limit. Terra and its native Luna will be gunning for the moon. It's just a waiting game now as we listen for announcements and hope for the testnets to go accordingly. So, team, please remember that it is going to be the 5th of September that this actually goes live, which got me very, very excited. So I couldn't not invest in it. It just made me so freaking excited. But please use your due diligence. Please do your own research. Have a look at it. You might find there's quite a lot of people that are creating YouTube videos about it, because we now know the release date of Columbus 5, and you could see some volatility from today. So you could actually see increase in price from now up until the 5th of September. And then as Columbus 5 is released, who knows, but be prepared for some heavy volatility in the lunar space. I know it's not really a token that we look at because of the price. It's around about $22 now, but I can't tell you to make a purchase, obviously. Not financial advice. Do your own research. But you know what I'm doing. You know what I've done. And I wanted to bring you this news. Whilst we've got a consolidation period in HOT, it's nice to have a look at some other coins. Come Wednesday, when I'm back, we are going to look on the live stream, and we'll go through it in depth, and we'll have a look at Luna. We'll have a look at some of the other altcoins as well. We'll have an altcoin night and just see what's going on. Team, it's weird the facts that I'm not live. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Until I get some proper tech, I'm going to have a look at having a microphone that I can use on the road, a better laptop, some better tech, and the ability for me to be able to run a much better live stream for you whilst I'm on the road. This has been a great test for when I do travel, because you lot deserve the absolute best. The HoloTUBE deserves the best. The only thing that is stopping me now is my own experience, and I have learned a lot, certainly yesterday, today, and of course tomorrow. So I'll be doing more on the road tests to make sure that we are bringing you the best news, the fastest news, and just carrying on the freaking HoloTUBE Holo magic, because you lot are amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna go and disappear and grab some food now, send some pictures on the Discord and of the team, and I'll see you guys in the live chat. And if I don't get back too late, I might make an appearance on a live chat. But seriously, team, thank you so much for your support. You're awesome, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, team, peace.